Egypt rights, and it is with minimum charge 55 million cubic meter, besides Sudan share 18.5 cubic meter. The summation of this is about 74 million cubic meter. These shares is a must and historical rights. Ethiopia many times announcing that they didn't have ability to say that they accepted these agreements and so, but the best thing or the good thing is that in the last meeting of Dr. Moghazi, they accepted the Egyptian rights and they will not cause any bad impact on these historical rights, and accepted to start another movement is that to solve the problem by delegation, and there is no need to make sudden shock impact on Egypt or its rights and so on. This is the first good thing. I think Mr. Sameh Shukri has his visit today is building on these steps, and maybe they will try to arrange the next meeting for putting on ground steps what will be in the future, the cooperation, because as we know, this dam is built on a very weak area, and this is any earthquake in this area after completing the dam will be very dangerous, because you cannot imagine the result of a hydraulic pressure of 75 cubic million meter, beside the weight of the dam itself is about 100 million cubic meter ton, and this is very dangerous on a very weak area of land. If the hydraulic pressure in any small earthquake, it will take the dam in front of the water, and Khartoum will be covered by water. And I couldn't understand why our brothers in Sudan couldn't understand this very, very dangerous issue. Egypt understand, and the impact of Egypt is very small, and they can be absorbed through the dam, high dam, yes, and the channel of water to Toshki. And this is, we know,
it's more dangerous for Sudan.
We know this from scientific point of view. But on Ethiopia, there is no dangerous impacts, because the dam is downtown and on the borders. So there is no any dangerous on Ethiopia. But on our rights of irrigation, it is very difficult also if happening. So we have to arrange. Those who are speaking about war or something, so and so and so, we can solve our problems with Ethiopia as friends, as our 600 of them is Muslims, 40% is Christians, and we are Egypt here, Muslims and the Christians. They are our brothers, and the relation between Ethiopia and Egypt extends from the days of Pharaoh. So we can accept and speak with each other and find a way, a direct way for solving our problems.
Yes.
This problem for irrigation is affecting on the future of agriculture in Egypt. But now in Egypt we started some master projects. The first master project now appeared in Suez Canal.
Well, Doctor, just moving on to Suez Canal, I was going to ask you that we saw the WTO's director, General Roberto Azevedo, commented regarding the Suez Canal project that there was during a Cairo joint press conference with the Minister of Industry and Foreign Trade, Minister Fakhri Abdel-Nour. What does this message actually, or the comments, deliver to the people?
This meeting is good, but
and this press conference
is good, and our hope from this meeting is that they will present a support to Egypt, to the international trade crossing this area. But the project is much more larger than this. The project is, number one, the first part in this project, the drilling of 35 kilometer as a new branch in the south part of the Suez Canal, 190 kilometers from our grandfathers. We thank them and we appreciate their efforts and their hands. Now we have 35 kilometers as drilling, new drilling, 35 or 37 kilometers as deeping and extension to make the depths 60 feet for the crossing ships. This project will duplicate the crossing ships from about 50 to about 100. Will duplicate the revenue from these ships. Will make a new situation in the whole Suez Canal region. The Suez Canal region, there is some logistic projects, some industrial manufacturers will be, some many service and supply services, or we can put all of them under the name of logistic services, and this will triplicate the revenue of the Suez Canal and will make a very good thing. The Western countries, they are not willing this. Israel is not willing this. So they are against this project as a whole, but it is our now future map to start the improvement of our situation, the development steps in Egypt, and this project is one of the main future plan steps. The second will be in Alamein. The third will be the agriculture for 4 million hectares, but depends on the water.
So, Dr. Arif, regarding the new Suez Canal project and, of course, the financing of the project, of course, we do know that President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi had agreed to be issuing the certificate investments by 4 banks, of course, including the National Bank of Egypt. So how would you see, yes, the process of financing such a national project, and of course, how much time would it be taking to be fully financing the project?
The financing of this project, as we know, is pure Egyptian, and this is the best thing, is that it is pure Egyptian work. The 60 million fund is not a big problem. The new investment cards or policies from the 4 banks, I think in the next week, by the next week, there will be about 40 million fund as a revenue of this investment.
In only 1 week.
Yes, and this will be the start of the real Egyptian solution to this finance. And I hope also that we will cover more than the 60 million to be taken to another projects on the Suez Canal. Not only the drilling and the deeping, and so we can build many things on the Suez Canal, and now it is an investment project. Not only a national project,
yes,
but a national investing project, because the return 20% on these amounts of money is not so easy, and is higher than any investment rates in the banks. And so there will be some changes and the more change movements toward the taking of this new issues. This is an Egyptian solution, and it is a very clever from the government, from Mr. Sisi, from Mr. Mehlef. The impact on Egypt and the answer of the Egyptians is very important, is that we are able to finance our master first project, not the last project,
yes,
our master first project to improve the situation.
And it should be concluded within 1 year.
Some Egyptian developments, and I ask God to help us to facilitate everything in front of us, to support Egypt to face the future plans of the Western countries.
Yes, of course. Hopefully this will go according to plan. Dr. Arif al-Dusouqi, the Professor of Political Science and the Vice President of Al-Ghad Party, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now it's time to go out for a quick report with our colleague Rasha Mari, talking about the 23rd Citadel Festival and, of course, Lu'ay's concert.